things in life which are founded in the Scout movement and its requirement of rigidity, rectitude of life, obeisance to authority, and promotion of goodwill among people. And above all, to honor one's state.
Which schools did you attend?
From Bishop School and the like. I went to Dogono Secondary School. Then from there, I went to a school called Pace University in New York, and then New School for Social Research. And I did various courses at LaSalle University in Chicago, and so on and so on. And I even registered with
some of the courses you read.
Scene. I studied political science. I had a degree in political science. I had a degree in economics. I had a degree in law, and I had a certification in law, and I had another degree in public law. 5 degrees, or 4 degrees and a certification.
Okay, and where have you worked with these?
I worked first with the Cocoa Marketing Board as a young man.
Before you left?
Before I left here. And then I went to study optics, ophthalmology. And I worked with a company in Great Kings Road in London. Then later on, continued my public service by returning to government service at the Ghana High Commission in London. I worked with Sir Edward Asafo-Adjei and Kwesiama, and from there I transferred to to New York, and worked with the Ghana Permanent Mission, where I met Mr. Koansa, your owner and executive director. And we worked under various ambassadors, Kwesi Saki, Fred Arkest, Akwe.
How long did you stay outside Ghana? Was it consistent? Did you come for visits?
No. I came and went as opportunities allowed. But altogether, I would say over 40 years.
I'm asking this so I could know how you managed to know the traditions and the rights and the customs.
Because I was raised in them.
Is it difficult to manage the two, living outside the country and getting to know all these?
You see, living out of the country does not insulate you. There are a number of Ghanaians overseas. And I took care of their cultural needs and attended to their outdoorings, their funerals, and their various things.
Okay.
But I could only do that drawing from the strength of what I was taught as a young person in a royal household.
Okay.
So I followed my father everywhere, and we lived and interacted with chiefs from Winneba and all over the places, the Dangbe areas and so on. So I think I know a bit about it.
Did you ever know when you were a young boy that this stuff was going to be by you one day all the time?
No. And it isn't because I am not entitled to have it around me. But it is because even in my present circumstances, I was partly in search of somebody to succeed Nyamudi when the responsibility fell upon me. You see, the Ghanaians have this, which represents the whole state. The elephant represents the whole state. And on top of it is the Gamanche, who is supposed to be the enclave that rules the state. But you take this to the family level, yes, you would have this as the family. And then a son is taken out eventually to be made
head of
the family. So I have been head of my family for the past half a dozen years. And I'm the head of Nii Tackie family.
Okay.
Nii was the first daughter of Nii Tackie Tawiah the first.
Okay.
And she was my grandmother.
You are definitely the head of this family too. Are you married?
I am married.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 children, grown children. My youngest child is a doctor at Johns Hopkins. I'm very proud of him. and he's
My medical doctor.
Yes, and the director of immunology department of the hospital. And I have a daughter who followed me into teaching. She became a lecturer at the Queen's College of the City University of New York. Her name is Lillian. The doctor is Joel. And my first son is called Julian. He works with the British Airways. He's fascinated by air travel. I couldn't direct him elsewhere.
What work does he do?
He is in aviation management.
You didn't mention your wife's name.
My wife's name, you can say my boss's name is Faustina.
Faustina.
And she is a reverend minister. And she is the one who keeps me on the straight and narrow leash to make sure that I don't deviate too far away from normal life.
Okay, thank you very much. We would like you to end with a short advice to the Ghana people.
My advice to the Ghanaians is the advice I gave to myself, that nothing in life is impossible, that God in His mercy has endowed us with all that we need to make our lives rewarding. We have 2 hands, we have feet, we have brain, we have eyes, we have mouth. So with our eyes, we should learn to perceive things and use our hands to create things, and use our mind to preserve those that we create. And that we can, from very simple beginnings, create a kingdom which will rival that which our forefathers headed and handed over to us. We have done very little to preserve the spirit of Ghanaians, but it is there, and it is not meant to destroy, it is meant to build. It is that which has helped to build this Gold Coast that eventually became Ghana. We have a great pride in the number of Ghanaians who have served this society. We have Ghanaians building the medical school, we have Ghanaians who have been chief justices. Even the current one, the female one, the very first female one is a Ghana. We have had Ghanaians in all areas of advocacy. The current vice chancellor of the university is a Ghana. If you go into the Academy of Sciences, you'll find a number of eminent Ghanaians there. You have Ghanaians as messengers, you have Ghanaians as drivers, you have Ghanaians as shoemakers, you have Ghanaians in all walks of life. Yes, it takes all of these to create a society, but we should have pride in ourselves and inspiration to do things that will profit us. And with that, we will recreate the Ghana state. I wish you all well. And in the Ghana language, Mehanye Fen Omaye.
So viewers, you've watched it all. We had an interview session with the 27th King of the Ghana state, King Tackie Tawiah III. Good evening and have a good night.